Cry Precision 612. To improve the weapons used by police, special forces, and other law enforcement officers to assault buildings and perform other similar tasks, engineers of an American company developed the 612. The 612 was originally intended to be a small underbarrel shotgun for special ammunition, but due to the success of the design, it can now be used as a standalone weapon. Additionally, the model's 12mm caliber allows for interchangeable barrels and can be used as a picket on any rail on the stock. The standalone version is only 88 centimeters long and the removable cylinder can hold 6 cartridges. Ruger 10 for 22 Gatling gun kit. This item makes us think of the props from action movies. Where else would such a strange weapon be needed? For the experiment, we will need 2 Ruger 10-22 rifles chambered in 22 LR ammunition, a Gatling gun kit that comes with a tripod, barrel covers and other useful items, as well as additional magazines. The manufacturers suggested building something akin to the Gatling system, which is to combine several barrels on a special mount. It should fire 4 rounds per crank revolution and can fire as many rounds as you can turn the crank, according to the manufacturer. So it's a good thing 22 LR ammo is relatively inexpensive, otherwise you'd have to shell out around $1,200 for the Gatling gun kit alone. Slung G-Chris Glock 17. It's difficult to imagine law enforcement agencies in many nations, from the US to Iceland, without these renowned pistols, and the list of films, books, games, and other works that feature Glock pistols is extensive. Almost 20 million Glock 17s have been produced alone. Glock pistols deserve a separate video, and business people aren't complaining that the demand for various upgrades for blocks won't go away anytime soon. For instance, this set costs only $22 and allows some airsoft Glock pistols to be improved. It weighs about 230 grams and is made of nylon and plastic. The advantages are clear. The shooter gains a second magazine and increases their accuracy thanks to the more comfortable grip. Henry Lever Action Axe .410. According to Henry Repeating Arms, not all firearms need to fall into categories like hunting and home protection. Interesting firearms that are simple to draw from a holster are deserving of their own separate category. So here is a shotgun that successfully blends enjoyment and usefulness. 66 centimeters in length and 2.6 kilograms in weight, even if you have a fully stocked gun safe with all bases covered. This shotgun is sure to put a smile on your face that won't leave until the magazine is empty, because it is simple to store in places where most classic models wouldn't fit a 5-round 410 caliber tube magazine. The manufacturer is confident the price is around $1,100. Vector H5. The pump-action rifle known as the Vector H5 comes from South Africa. Since pump-action weapons were much more affordable in the early 1990s, South African legislation strictly restricted the purchase of automatic weapons by the general public. Connoisseurs will probably recognize what it is based on as the famous Israeli Galileo rifle. Due to an attempt at unification with the Galil, engineers modified the Galil rifle to create the Vector H5. They had to remove the gas piston and add pump action. The final product is chambered for the 5.56 by 45mm NATO cartridge, compatible with 5, 10, 12, and 35 round magazines, and has optical sights. It is also relatively simple to repair. You can find one online for only $662. AM-15. The American 180 submachine gun was created in the 1960s as a simple tool for riot control, particularly during prison riots. It had a magazine capacity of 275 rounds of 5.6 by 15.6mm ammunition and an impressive rate of fire of up to 1,500 rounds per minute. However, buying one would be expensive, so another American company offers an intriguing and more cost-effective alternative, a kit to build something similar on your own. Steampunk Pistol by Dream Designer. The designer shared his work on the website Renderosity and noted that when discussing the Victorian era, it's important to note the practicality and at the same time elegance of the revolvers. Here's something a little less elegant but real, an airsoft version of the Mauser pistol. This airsoft model uses carbon dioxide for firing, has single and automatic fire modes, and uses 6mm pellets as ammunition. It costs $141 to own your own Mauser. The original was renowned for having an enormous amount of power for its time. In fact, the holster was used as a butt stock. Glock store exclusive, the Red MCK. Keep in mind the upgraded airsoft Glock. There is an even cooler option with the micro-conversion kit, which allows you to convert a Glock into a carbine without having to disassemble the weapon. There are 4 options available on the manufacturer's website for various Glock models in 5 colors to choose from. Each option is customizable and adjustable, plus a torch is included. People in the comments compare the improved Glover to the micro-conversion kit's reasonable price of $250. Mosin Obra's pistol. Time to recall a famous weapon for military history buffs, the most well-known Nagant rifle in particular. The most well-known Nagant rifles were frequently used to make sawn-off shotguns. Even today, you can still see them in movies and video games like Battlefield 1 because they were adopted into service in 1891 and later served as the basis for a variety of weapons, including sports and hunting rifles, both rifled and smoothbore. So occasionally, DIYers will create something akin, such as this air rifle version assembled in Hong Kong using authentic details that is both gorgeous and peculiar. What do you think? Thanks for watching TechFusion. Subscribe.